Shalom, Miss Baka. Today we're reading Jubilees chapter 18. And Elohim said unto him, Abraham, Abraham. And he said, Behold, here I am. Here am I. And he said, Take your Yahid, whom you love, even Yishak, and go into the high country and offer him on one of the mountains, which I will point out unto you. And he rose early in the morning and saddled his ass, and took his 2 young men with him, and Yitzchak his son, and clave the wood of the ascending smoke offering. And he went to the place on the 3rd day, and he saw the place afar off, and he came to a well of water. And he said to his young men, Abide here with the ass, and I and the lad shall go yonder, and when we have worshipped, we shall come again to you. And he took the wood of the ascending smoke offering, and laid it on Yitzchak his son. He took it in his hand, the fire and the knife, and they went both of them together to that place. And Yitzchak said to his father, Father, and he said, Here am I, my son. He said to him, Behold the fire and the knife and the wood. But where is the sheep for the ascending smoke offering, father? And he said, Elohim will provide himself a sheep for an ascending smoke offering, my son. He drew near to the place of Mount of Elohim. And he built an altar, and he placed the wood on the altar, and bound Yitzchak his son. And he placed him on the wood, which was upon the altar, and stretched forth his hand to take the knife to slay Yitzchak his son. And I stood before him, and before the prince Mastema. And Yahuah said, Bid him not to lay his hand on the lad, nor to do anything to him, for I have shown that he fears Yahuah. And I called to him from heaven, and said unto him, Abraham, Abraham. And he was terrified, and said, Behold, here am I. And I said unto him, Lay not your hand upon the lad, neither do you anything to him. For now I have shown that you fear Yahuah, and have not withheld your son, your firstborn son, from me. And the prince Mastema was put to shame. And Abraham lifted up his eyes and looked, and behold, a ram caught by his horns. And Abraham went and took the ram, and offered it for an ascending smoke offering in the stead of his son. And Abraham called that place Yahuah Yareh, so that it is said, Yahuah has seen, that is Mount Sion. And Yahuah called Abraham by his name a second time from heaven, as he caused us to appear to speak to him in the name of Yahuah. And he said, By myself have I sworn, says Yahuah, because you have done this thing, you have not withheld your son, your kid, from me, that in blessing I will bless you, and in multiplying I will multiply your seed as the stars of heaven, and as the sand which is on the seashore. And your seed shall inherit the cities of its enemies, and in your seed shall the nations of the earth be blessed. Because you have obeyed my voice, and I have shown to all that you are faithful unto me, in all that I have said unto you, go in peace. And Abraham went to his young men, and they arose and went together to Beersheba. And Abraham dwelt in the well of the oath. And he celebrated his feast every year, 7 days with joy, and he called it the feast of Yahuah, according to the 7 days, during which he went and returned in peace. And according has it been ordained and written in the heavenly tablets regarding Yasharel and his seed, that they should observe the 7 days with joy of feast. In the first year of the 47th Jubilee, 19, so that's all chapter 18.